want to use just slightly warm water. Never hot water. This is just to get anything that's on the record so that you're not grinding it in when you do this next step. This is just a regular painter's pad, and it has a little bit of Dawn mixed in, dish detergent. A drop is really all you need. I'm not putting any pressure on this. I'm just very lightly going over it in both directions. This is a Pink Floyd album playing in the background, one that I just cleaned that sounds absolutely amazing. If the record is really bad, you can leave this on there for a few minutes. You can also, on my next step, leave the Turntable on for a few minutes. And after leaving it on for a few minutes, just use the brush. So I want to get all of this off. And then just going to spray it with the Turntable. So the pad I used before was just a regular painter's pad. You can pick it up at a hardware store. For this step, I'm going to use a baby brush. It's a little bit softer. So I use two different brushes. My own preference. You can use the same brush for both if you want. And just really get this in the grooves really good. And what the Turntable does is it helps to break the surface water and really get down deep. The Dawn works well if you have fingerprints or any kind of oil or smoke, if the record came from a smoker. And I do this process whether I'm buying a used album or a brand new, never played before album, because even from record companies, you can get crap from the company when they produce it that is not removed by them after they're done pressing. And it helps to go in both directions, back and forward, because the brush will get in different grooves more efficiently. Again, this step, if you find the record is really bad, you can leave this on there and let it just soak in there, and then do a nice brush with the baby hairbrush again. After you do that, once again, just slightly warm water. Definitely want to keep it 75 degrees or under. Anything more softens the vinyl. You can warp your record, which obviously you don't want to do. So once that's done, I then use just distilled water, because regular tap water definitely has deposits of minerals in it that I don't want to leave on the album. And after that is done, I'm going to take this off and move over to the next step. Come on and put it on your vacuum cleaner. I'll have links for these. That's why I left this on, because when you put it on there, it'll help pop it off. This gets a good portion of the water off, and it will suck up anything that might have been left on. But I also, when I flip it, I want to use something like this, which I'll post a link on. This is a great blower. So while I'm doing the other side, I'll do this. I'll flip it. Do the same thing on this side. This helps to dry any residual water that's been left on there. So after you get all the water off, because I live in New England, this is a Humming Guru static remover. Because I live in New England, we have, in the winter time, it gets very dry and causes a lot of static buildup. So on top of doing this, I also have a humidifier, a hot air humidifier that I run, which brings the humidity in the apartment up to 60% humidity. Without it, it's down to 30%, and it wreaks havoc when it comes to static. So once that's done, it makes about 10 rotations. And any residual dust I don't pull it to the side, because then whatever you're pulling to the side can get stuck in the grooves. This puts it in one spot, and just quickly blow that one spot off. It gets all the dust off, and you're good to go, ready to play. The reason I only do a quick burst of this is because this is creating static by using this, because it's an electronic fan. It will create static by blowing like that. Some people keep their hoods up. Some people keep it down when they're playing. It all depends on how much dust I have in here. I have a rug, so I like to keep it down because it keeps dust when it's floating around. You can see that I clean this cover all the time, but you can already see it's got dust on it. So I don't want dust getting on the album as I'm playing it. This is a microscope, a digital microscope you can pick up for about 130 bucks. But it's great, so you can see how clean or dirty your needle is. Right now, this needle is perfectly clean. If it's not clean, get yourself a brush to clean it. You can see on the white paper, sometimes after you clean it, all the shit that you get off of it. And then I'll come back again and I'll show you what a dirty needle looks like. And a dirty stylus can significantly negatively impact the sound of your music. So it's pretty important. If you're going to do all the work to clean your album, it's pretty important to do a little bit of work and clean your stylus. make sure your needle is nice and clean. I'm shaking a lot because I had a lot of coffee today, but you get the idea. This may not be easy for you to do. I happen to have a head shell that just screws on and off, so it's easy for me to do. So this is what the needle is going to look like after playing the Pink Floyd double album. So 4 sides of music. After the cleaning, you can see that there's almost nothing on this needle. These albums were used and they're not in great shape, and they came from a house where there was a smoker. So I know that when these were being played, there was a lot of smoking going on, cigarette and some weed in there, I'm sure. You want to clean it off. There was a little bit of stuff left on there, so I use this liquid stylus cleaner. Audio-Technica makes it, but this is a different brand. I'll put all the brands of what I'm using in the comment section. And just, again, you want to clean the, I don't put the fluid on the stylus itself, I put it on the brush. Again, cleaning it back to front. And that looks pretty damn good. A little bit left on there. I'll clean that. Just one more swipe. And I should be good to go. Absolutely. Perfect needle for the next set. So the cleaning process definitely worked awesome.